It's so cute.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So this little first grader in Detroit Public Schools, he gets expelled the first day because of his language, and the mother can't seem to keep him under control, so she brings him to another school.
Kara.
And he gets expelled from that school, and this happens like every day, a new school every week. Well, she finds out that probably Loretta starts a week later, and she said, well, maybe the Catholic nuns can straighten out my boy. So she meets with Mother Superior, and she gets Archibald enrolled in Our Lady of Loretto. So they inform Sister Mary, the first grade teacher, that we're going to take this troubled boy in, and don't ever call him, because he can't talk without, saying swear words. So she understands not ever to call on him. But try to accommodate this family and take this Archibald kid in. So she puts him last seat in the last row, and intends never to call him. So the first day of class, she says, now here at Our Lady of Loretto, we're going to learn how to introduce ourselves properly. Let me give you an example. I'm Sister Mary. S-I-S-T-E-R, you have your sister. M-A-R-Y, you have your Mary. You have your Sister Mary. She curtsies and goes, sits down. Now she said, now boys, you will do the same thing, so you will bow. Do I have any volunteers? So Archibald raises his hand. Well, she knows she can't call an Archibald. So she, anybody. Archibald's like this. She's ignoring. So finally this little boy raises his hand. She says, okay, Bobby, give it a try. So Bobby stands up. He says, Bobby Jones, B-O-B-B-Y, you have your Bobby. J-O-N-E-S, you have your Bobby Jones. And he bows. She says, almost, Bobby, but after Jones, you have to say Jones. J-O-N-E-S, you have your Jones, you have your Bobby Jones. Anybody else? Archibald raises his hand. No, he's not calling Archibald. But nobody else has raised their hand. Finally, this little girl, Mary Smith, raises her hand. She goes, okay, Mary, why don't you give it a try? She says, M-A-R-Y, S-M-I-T-H, you have your Smith, you have your Mary Smith. She curtsies and sits down. She says, almost Mary, but after you say Mary, spell Mary, you have to say Mary. So, anybody else? Archibald's raising. So nobody else has raised any hand. She figures, well, how can he screw this up? Obviously, if there's ever a time I could call him, this would be the one and only time. She says, okay, Archibald. So Archibald gets up. He says, Archibald Barasol. A-R-C-H-I-B-A-L-D, you have your Archibald. B-A-R-E-S-O-A-S-O-L, you have your Barasol, you have your hole, you have your ass, you have your asshole, you have your bare ass, you have your bare hole, you have your bare asshole, you have your bald ass, you have your bald hole, you have your bald asshole, you have your bald bare ass, your bald asshole, your bald bare asshole, you have your Archibald Barasol.
Well, that was my first time hearing that one. And I thought I heard them all.
He had it on the tip of his tongue.
Yeah. He just never had the opportunity to get it.
So John, tell us though how you heard it for the first time, or how we did.
Well, we always hear it most of it every Christmas time. And Aunt Mary's.
With Jim Roday.
Yeah, it's always the highlight of the evening.
Jim Romaine, would that be in relation to Mike Romaine?
Is
I
it
heard a
like
lot of
Dr.
trouble.
Ronay's? Like,
Brother.
All the CC Ronanes through
Yeah.
the same
There's
family.
Jack
Oh,
Ronayne,
really?
there's Jim Ronayne, Lou Ronayne.
Yeah. So if
Mike
you ever
Romaine was
see,
over at my place. That's
Oh.
so if you ever,
That
Gosh.
your
Thank you.
grandparents knew Jim and Jack Ronayne.
Jack.
Well, grandma's
Well, doctor,
was
yeah, it was
Jack
Jack
Ronay.
Ronay. And I would take all 4 kids to Dr. Jack Ronay, and he'd say, I have something to tell you. I go, "Hi." Your family has the most boring medical history of anybody that comes in here, because nobody was ever sick, nobody had a cavity, they weren't allowed to sugar, they weren't allowed to eat sugary cereals, so.
You did good, Mom. But Jack, if you ever see a Ronayne and you ask them, you know, was your uncle, you know, Uncle Jim,
Yeah.
and they'll probably say, oh yeah, you used to say that all the time, the Archibald Barasol joke, but none of them would have it down pat like your dad.
Yeah.
And I think, did you Google it, John?
No, I just set down paper and I just came up with
Oh,
You can Google it.
Wow, one of your
Now,
many,
30 years ago.
one of your many
Oh,
talents.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Ronayne and Jim Ronayne and I were Kathy Shanahan's godparents
Really?
when I was 16.
Wow.
I know Jack.